We are just beginning to learn the names of a few of the victims. We just have a few names out of the 50 who are known to have died. They include Eric Ivan Ortiz Rivera, Peter Gonzalez Cruz, Edward Sotomayor Jr., Stanley Aldomovar III, Luis Omar Ocasio Capo, and Juan Ramon Guerrero. A short time ago, I had a chance to speak with one of the eyewitnesses, Sean Royster. Let's hear what he had to say. Sean, you were at the club this morning. What did you see?
Happy faces. Everyone was having a good time, actually. And then next thing you know, it was like mayhem. I was in the back part. Sorry, it's kind of nerve-wracking even being this close again. I was in the back patio part outside, walking back inside with my best friend and another friend, and they were walking in front of me. Someone had stopped me to say hello. I hadn't seen them in a while, so I stopped. They kept walking. Next thing you know, I just started hearing like bang, pop, 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 and people were like scattering, running around. I didn't really know what to do. I'm looking for my friend. I kind of curled up in a corner for a second. Then I unfroze myself and then jumped over the back wall that everyone was trying to get out of. I just jumped over and just kept running. As much as I kept on hearing the gunshots, I just kept running because I didn't know which way they were coming from. They sounded close, they sounded far, they sounded close, they sounded far, and it stopped for about 2 seconds, and then I ended up going underneath someone's truck just until it got done, until something calmed down, some kind of calm, because it was just mayhem everywhere else.
You got under somebody's truck?
Yeah, across the street. Yeah, I went across the street over to the Wendy's. Behind the Wendy's, there's like houses, and I went behind there and I tried to knock on someone's door, get like 911 called. I wasn't sure if they had been called, but no one was answering, so I just got into a truck because it seemed like the shots just kept on getting closer and closer.
How long did you hear gunfire, would you say?
Honestly, my mind was so gone at that point. Probably a good minute, a good 2 minutes, like inside and out, running away, a good 2-3 minutes. It just seemed like it wasn't ever gonna stop. Like it stopped for about a few seconds, but I'm guessing I was like reloading or whatever, I'm not really sure.
So it stopped for a couple of seconds and then start all over again.
Yeah.
What were you seeing and hearing in that moment?
Screaming, yelling, they were like dragging bodies, people that were wounded, just to get them out of the way. Sorry. Yeah, probably the worst feeling I've ever felt in my entire life, so.
We've seen pictures of people just picking up those who were wounded and running them down the street to the hospital, which is a couple of blocks away. Did you see that?
I saw some people doing that. They had some fire departments, ambulances, and people were doing it because people, when they came out, they scattered. Like, I went straight across. Some people went to the left. Some people went to the right. I guess the ones that went to the right brought them back from that way and came back this way. My best friend, when we got separated, he was inside. He was one of the people who got shot. And apparently he got saved out, and someone eventually ended up dragging him out and getting him to an ambulance, and that's when I finally got in touch with him. He's at the hospital now. Another friend of mine was inside as well, still looking for him. No one's really heard from him since last night. His family's been calling, friends have been calling. We haven't got in touch with them, and I mean, everyone's really, really worried right now. So.
Your friend who was taken to the hospital, how is he?
I'm coming back to the hospital now. He was in surgery last time that I checked. And as far as I know, it's going pretty well, but he was hit pretty bad. I know 2 times in the back, once in the leg, once in the hand. And then with all the mass commotion of everybody running around, he got trampled over, so he also broke his left leg. And that's just one person. There was people outside. And I couldn't even imagine to see what the mayhem was on the inside, to be honest. I just know that it was bad, the way that people were coming out. The ones that were close to me that were coming out. Like, I'm happy that I got away and like harmed and stuff, but at the same time I feel bad. Because there's so many people. It was really packed. There's so many people.
As the police arrived, you were still under the truck. What did you see?
I had got from under the truck by then because they were coming out and they were just trying to escort us all into a safe area behind the Wendy's and in between the 7-Eleven. They just had us surrounded and had us leaning up against walls just to stay away from any like stray gunfire. They were still looking for the person. They didn't know where the person had gone. They weren't sure if he was still inside or whatnot. We really didn't know what to think. We had no idea if it was more than one person, if there was people running around. Because the way that the gunshots sounded, they sounded like they were coming from everywhere. Like one time it would sound like from over here, one time it would sound from over here, closer or farther away. I was literally on my phone. I was just crying and trying to call my friends, and nobody seemed to be getting through to anybody. So I mean, it was the most nerve-wracking feeling, you know.
Did the gunman say anything that you could hear?
I wasn't inside. I was outside on the patio, so I never saw the gunman. I never heard the gunman. All I just heard was gunshots. It went from happy fun time music playing to 3-4 gunshots, music stopping, and then all you heard was just gunshots and screaming and tables knocking over and people jumping over the fence and people screaming inside, trying to get outside, more gunshots. Like, I'm sorry, I'm really like still.
Didn't seem like it was ever going to end.
No, it didn't seem real actually. I mean, you've seen this stuff on TV and the news and movies. I can't say it would never happen to anybody, but I mean it has. But it's just, it's really sad. It's hurtful. Like, I don't know. There just shouldn't be that type of hate in the world.
Sean, thank you so much. Appreciate you. That was difficult, but people need to know what happened, and I'm so grateful. We can't tell this story unless you tell it for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Eyewitness and survivor Sean Royster. It has been estimated today that as many as 200 people managed to escape the club uninjured.